Alrighty, so hello guys. Smoko Top Loco and Mads here tonight for Clutch Studio casting the Cybergamer ladder. How are we all tonight?
I'm doing well.
Mads,
How
how
are
are you?
you? How are you, Smoker?
You know what? I'm going pretty good. I played 2 games today in ranked. I won both of them thankfully, and played some unranked with some friends. And yeah, didn't win all those, but it's unranked, you know.
What hero are you currently spamming to
I'm
win two
currently
games in a
spamming
row?
Abaddon, guys. Abaddon. I'm telling you now, if you're a pub player and you want to get MMR, you pick Abaddon, and you do it, and you play secondary support, and you do it. Position 4, it's game changing. Wouldn't you
Unkillable.
agree, Mads? It's unkillable.
It's a strong
It really
hero.
is. Oh, very strong hero. In the pub meta, that is. We don't tend to see the hero too much, do we, Mads, in Cybergamer, that's for sure. Pretty good, though, situationally. I'd say the hero is very good situationally. We do see it sometimes.
We actually might see it tonight. Our first
You reckon?
game coming up very shortly.
Mm.
HG Gaming taking on KTO eSports. These are both quite new to the Cybergamer ladder. This is KTO's first game that they've ever played. They're in it a bit late, but they want to see what they can do with one game. Because in fact the ladder does actually lock tomorrow, and then in about a week's time we'll be going into the finals. So that'll be exciting.
That'll be very exciting. Yes. And you know what? We always talk about what we expect to see tonight, but tonight we have no idea what to expect, do we? We have absolutely no idea. 2 teams where I don't think we've seen HG Gaming before. Well, we've casted any of their games before, I don't think.
Yeah,
Have we?
they haven't played many. Again, themselves are reasonably new to the ladder, or they just haven't played a huge amount of games. So it'll be an interesting one. So two underdogs, you could say, giving us our opening game of the night here. But the big one later on tonight, well, I'm sure everyone's excited about,
Yes.
Legion #1 taking on Passive Aggressive Warriors #3. So that one's going to be a biggie.
That's going to actually, are Legion Gaming still #1 or are they #2? I have
Last
a
time I
strange
checked, they
feeling
were
they're
number
#2.
one.
Right, well, they're either #1 or 2, but Legion Gaming, dude, how good are they? We have seen some very amazing games from them. Tyrant Esports and Legion Gaming probably playing some amazing games recently.
Yeah, Tyrant's #2, Legion's #1.
Right.
There's only about 10 points in it, so it's very.
Legion Gaming, dude, how good are they? We have seen some very amazing games from them. Tyrant Esports and Legion Gaming probably playing some amazing games recently.
Yeah, Tyrant's #2, Legion's #1.
Right.
There's only about 10 points in it, so it's very, very close. And then Passive Aggressive Warriors #3. So 1 versus 3 tonight. No matter what happens in this match, both of those teams will be going through to the finals, of course.
Yes.
As the top 8 are selected
Right.
for the finals next week.
Well, these top 8 teams are going to be amazing, guys. This is the cream of the crop, pretty much, of Australia. Well, maybe not the cream of the crop of Australian Dota. We have seen some other teams that I know Clutch Gaming, Clutch Studio have played against in the past, and they're not in this ladder, which is surprising, but we've seen some. There are some very good teams out there, and a lot of those teams are in Cybergamer.
We
You know
played
which
some
team I'm thinking
games.
of. You probably know what team I'm thinking that I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know where
Yeah,
you're going with this.
you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, anyway, no, these games are definitely going to be interesting, especially this first one, which we have no idea what to expect. Definitely though.
It's like we're just loading into a random pub game and we're just going to see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how good either of these teams are, so it's going to be very interesting to see what goes down, to say the least.
Not at all, dude. I got no idea.
It's probably going to be very exciting as well. Like, hopefully the
Yeah.
picks are completely random and unpredictable. That's always fun.
Oh, I love seeing those strange bans when someone bans out like a Crystal Maiden or something random like that. It's always good. And I wouldn't be surprised if we might see that. But I mean, what did you say? This is KTO's first game.
First game in
Yeah.
under this name in the Cybergamer ladder, so they may have reformed from another team. I'm not too sure, but I'm sure we can find that information out. What I want to see tonight, and I hope these teams are going to give it to us, is an Earth Spirit getting through the ban phase
Yes.
and getting picked. I just want to see that hero.
I reckon that hero has never made it through the banning stage out of all the games that we've casted together, Mads. I reckon he's always been banned every single
Yeah,
time.
you're absolutely right. Well, I've never seen him get through, and it's
No.
disappointing, you know. He's
And I've never seen
exciting.
him be picked, so if he does get through the banning stage, he's just not picked. I don't know. I don't think he's ever really been through it though, so that's a hero that is going to be interesting to see. The hero fits the meta very well, and if they do get an opportunity to pick it, it's most likely going to get picked, I think.
Yeah, no
But that
doubt.
would
But
be, yeah.
who knows? Who knows with these teams? It's going to be all up
Who
in the
knows,
air.
dude? This isn't like Legion Gaming where you kind of know what they're going to do. You know,
Yeah,
you have a good
but
idea, but yeah,
they have I guess more strategic sort of picks that line up with the meta. So it's somewhat predictable, but they definitely they can throw spanners in the works, and they play a range of heroes at that level. So
yeah,
it's always exciting to see.
yeah. No, this HG Gaming. I'm just trying to. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen them before either. No, completely stab in the dark tonight for our predictions. I think in terms of heroes, in terms of the winning team.
We've got someone in chat who wants to see Pocket Ricky strat. I'm down for that.
Ricky Ags, Pocket Ricky Strat. Yeah, I think there was that that meme that went around when 6.86 was coming out where Ricky gets Ags, and yeah, is this? Am I right when I'm thinking about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He just becomes an item, you know. He just becomes an item.
I mean, they should put that in the game somewhere. Maybe put it in Dota Ember. That'd be good to see.
Yes, yes. Oh man, that could become a new thing for us to have in the Twitch chat as well. Something to do with Ricky and the fucking strat. Oh well. But yes, hopefully you guys have some good fun in the chat tonight. We had really good Twitch chats over the last couple of nights, and I think I don't know. I was on the chat last night commenting, and Mads was on here. Mads apparently being Toby One's brother. I'm not sure why. Mads is
It's
not
unconfirmed.
Australian. It's
Not Australian.
unconfirmed.
I don't even think I sound anything like Toby One, so it's an interesting
I don't
comparison
know.
to say the least.
Maybe next game you should do. Maybe you should do some shoutcasting, some play-by-play, and see
Yeah,
if you can actually become
I'll
Toby One.
I'll
Maybe
summon
I'll
my
work on
inner
my
Toby.
yeah. I'll start working on my Melk impersonation. I'll become analyst. Don't worry. Or my Cinderin impersonation. I can probably do Purge or Cinderin or something like that.
Yeah, you
Or
just have to
just
talk in a
Arteezy
monotone
maybe.
voice, but you also have to know what you're talking about to do that.
Yeah. No, that's yeah. I can probably try that. But we won't be doing any accents tonight, I don't think. Depends on the situation. Maybe in the post game analysis we'll see what happens. But no, this is going to be good. This is when we're about to start here, I think.
Yeah, we've got all players in the lobby. They're just deciding. Oh, yep.
Starting on something here.
They're waiting for us to tell them that we're okay to go.
Yeah, waiting on the approval of HG here. Here we go. Not sure what HG stands for, unfortunately, or what KTO stands for. All right.
All right, we're loading in now, so we'll see you guys over at the draft for HG taking on KTO eSports.
See you there.
Friends. The world I see is beautiful. The wonder takes my breath away. Nothing surrounding us will stay the same. And when I look into my soul, I feel something's about to change. It's growing stronger and it's taking a hold.
Taking on HG Esports. I'm Mads. With me tonight, I have Smoko. It's time to raise your Smokos. How are you doing tonight, Smoko?
Raise your smokos, guys. I'm not actually a smoker myself. It's too bloody expensive, isn't it? It's just how expensive are smokes, am I right? They're very
it's too
expensive, especially in Australia. Especially in Australia. Very expensive. Anyway, we're not here to talk about personal hobbies. We're here, well, Dota is our personal hobbies. We are here to cast a very interesting game, to be honest. We don't know anything about these teams, and we've seen not such an interesting ban, I don't think.
Straight off the
Spectre
bat,
ban.
Spectre. You know what? That's very interesting because it's not OD, it's not Earth Spirit, and it's not Lone Druid. So, or
Yes.
Invoker. So in my books, that's a good first ban, you know? It means we're going to get some interesting picks.
Mm.
Followed up by the Lion
Well.
as well. I love it already.
Now, guys, Matt said while we were waiting for this lobby, he said that he would like to see the Earth Spirit get through the banning stage, and we've talked about how we've never seen that happen. So this last ban is going to determine whether he actually gets through the first banning stage, because every other time he has not been able to get through it. And
Please,
OD big bans as well.
Do it for Mads.
Now, I'll do it for Mads here, but the OD ban,
10 seconds
I mean,
remaining.
Mads, what's one thing about OD that's just ridiculous this patch?
5 seconds remaining.
The instill. Too
The
strong.
instill.
Earth Spirit's through.
Radiant team
Oh
pick.
my god.
Oh, here we go.
Come on. Let's see it. Someone's
Dire
gotta grab
team
it.
pick.
Invoker, first pick up. So great pick for KTO. Still a strong hero. Not much we haven't said already about Invoker really. Everyone knows what he does.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think of an Invoker pick when the enemy team could actually go, I told you, I knew
Oh,
we'd see
you
a Sand
told
King.
me.
Now,
How
guys,
did you
we
know?
predicted hero picks. I had this feeling we'd see a Sand King, and here it is. Guys, we're just good, aren't we? We're just good.
You know someone on this team, don't you?
No, I don't. No, I actually do not. But anyway, what I was
First
going to
pick
say
Sand King.
before.
This is not what I would have guessed ever.
10 seconds remaining.
Picking it
Yeah.
into an invoker. Sand King's a strong hero. I wonder if they'll
seconds
jungle him at all, because he does have that ability, which is quite nice. If he's just sort of
Reserve
doing a
time.
roaming support, he can pick up a couple stacks, or you can just jungle him from minute 1 and go for a fast blink to get that initiation.
Like, Sand King's a pretty greedy support. He can't really do much without farm. You know, as the game progresses, he needs mobility, doesn't he? And one thing that's kind of surprising to me is normally you ban out an Earth Spirit so that because Earth Spirit's so good at roaming mid and Invoker's so bad at escaping, do you think this is risky to leave the Earth Spirit out and pick the Invoker? They could go for it.
Possibly. I mean, they might just be pretty
Oh.
confident that they don't
Radiant
have an
team
Earth Spirit player, so they actually pick up Crystal Maiden. You mentioned this as well earlier on, that
now,
you'd love
guys,
to see Crystal Maiden.
I might be a bit of a psychic here, possibly, but yes, we did mention the Crystal Maiden. Now, in terms of how good the hero is, what do you think, Mads? We don't see it very often at all.
Yeah, we don't see it often, and I hate to say it, but when we do see it,
10
it tends
seconds
to lose
remaining.
more often than not. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of the hero.
5 seconds
Poor Crystal
remaining.
Maiden. Yeah.
She's just too squishy, and she's too slow as well. She's like the slowest hero in the game, pretty
Radiant
much.
team ban.
Yeah.
And when you're squishy to boot, it's just not fun.
Well, the thing is, Crystal Maiden's really good early game. She's probably one of the better early game roaming supports, but after that 15-20 minute mark, the hero falls off completely. It's a sharp drop. The hero
10
has big mana
seconds
problems,
remaining.
even with the Arcane Aura. And when you're up against a Tidehunter, he's
5
just going to
seconds
completely...
remaining.
Yeah,
he's gonna
you
ravage
really
and
pick
cancel
her.
that ult.
You pick her for the
Dire
rest
team
of the
back.
team. Like, you pick her when you couple it with like something like a Bristleback, or another
Yes.
carry that needs a lot of mana, but doesn't have a large mana pool, like a Slark. Those sort of heroes.
Yeah.
She does
10
really
seconds
well
Juggernaut
on the
too.
same team as.
And Juggernaut as well.
Yeah, the
Radiant
Jug,
team
obviously
ban.
the classic combo, the Jug CM lane, very strong.
Yeah, and I think this... What do you think of this Sven ban? I reckon this is a good Sven ban, this game, because, yeah, like, Sven would be really good on KTO this game, I think. I think if
10
KTO had the
seconds
Sven this game
remaining.
against the CM, it's like a
He
common
would-
pick, yeah.
He would couple
5
well with the
seconds
CM.
remaining.
Makes such a cute couple, Sven and CM.
Yes. Yes, they
Reserve
would,
time.
I guess.
So, looks like HG is banning out Slark, because they don't want CM to be food this game. I wonder if they'll ban out Clinks as well.
Yeah. No, you
'Cause-
could be right about the, well, you're right about the Slark ban. Slark, obviously, is able to just completely purge his way out of that CM disable and the Sand King disable. The thing about Slark is that he is really slippery, isn't he?
Yeah, he's good against CM as well, because he can cast it even while he's frostbitten.
Yes.
So
Dire
it's
team
quite a
ban.
strong counter to Crystal Maiden. Faceless Void getting banned out. Strong hero. Would work reasonably well with their lineup here. They've got 2 big teamfight ultimates. I wonder if we'll see them go
10
for sort of
seconds remaining.
a big teamfight lineup
Well,
on the
yeah.
side of HG.
5 seconds
It looks like
remaining.
that's probably what they're going for. It's kind of hard to tell with a CM Sand King. Like, maybe this is some sort of aggressive
Reserve
lane
time.
as well. Whether it's it could be an offlane Sand King. You never really know, to be honest. Sand King's a really
Dire team
diverse hero that kind of fits in a lot of positions around the map.
And we don't see him very often either, so it'll
No,
be
we don't
interesting
see
to see
Crystal
what they do
Maiden
with
often
him.
either.
HG's just going for the unconventional draft to throw your
Yes.
opponents off with a silencer to boot.
Radiant
Oh, this
team
is amazing. We've seen a couple of silencers actually during this
We
ladder.
have. I think they were
A
carry
safe
silencers, weren't
lane? No, we saw one safe lane carry, and we saw one off lane. I don't know if I casted that game with you. It was like a dual off lane with an ogre.
they? I reckon. No, yeah, I reckon we did cast that one.
And they actually
remember
did
which
really
teams it
well
were.
in the early game.
10 seconds
Hopefully
remaining.
we'll get to see a mid one today, and then that'll
Maybe.
complete the
5
cycle there.
seconds remaining.
Well, the thing about Silencer, he's like a really situational counter to Invoker, obviously.
Reserve time.
And, you know, Invoker's like one of those heroes which relies 100% on his spells. So once he's silenced, he can't do anything. And obviously, as the game progresses, he can get BKB and this sort of thing, but Silencer is a common counter pick to the, well, not a common, but he is a counter pick in a way, yes, to the Invoker. So maybe that's the reason behind it. Do you reckon that's the reason behind the Silence pick? Do you reckon there's...
Yeah, we
You know?
usually see it on the
Dire
opposite team
team
to
pick.
Invokers for good reason. As you've said there, the Arcane Curse, you get that on him, he has a lot of trouble in team fights because he loves
Yes.
just throwing out abilities, and also obviously the silence part of it. Vengeful Spirit getting picked up from KTO, strong support here. When you've got Lion banned out, he's one of your next go-tos, probably up there
10
with like
seconds
Witch
remaining.
Doctor, possibly Shadow
Yeah.
Shaman.
Radiant
I think,
And a
do you think the
Viper pick,
Venge,
wow.
like, the Venge is just a really amazing hero against CM, just for cancelling her ult, like, so the ult's pretty much an ability that's getting cancelled every fight. I mean, yes, they have a silencer to delay that, but once that's out of the way, you've got Venge swap and stun. I guess that's
Yeah, I
really
mean,
good for...
you've got the Ravage as well, you've got
Yeah.
Cold Snap, Deafening Blast. They've got a lot of ways to cancel it.
10
And Venge
seconds
obviously
remaining.
has his stun as well, so it's going to be hard for her to get off a good
5
ultimate this game.
seconds remaining.
If Viper picked up, they want to dominate
Yes.
the early game by the looks
They
of this
do.
lineup.
Reserve time.
I imagine they will send that mid against Invoker.
Dire team
Well,
back.
what this does is it kind of, maybe this will be a safe lane silencer and they'll pick something for the offlane, or whether this is
Yeah,
Sand King offlane.
It could be a tri lane here with the Sand King. That would be fairly strong. Well, we could see the dual
10
lane
seconds
again,
remaining.
Silencer +1 in the off lane, then see him
5 seconds
plus a
Yeah.
carry.
remaining.
We've still got
It's
Jug in the
possible.
pool, that would be a good combo, and
Yeah.
he provides that early
Reserve
game.
time.
Well, this Gyrocopter pick, I reckon Gyro is pretty decent here in terms of these heroes. Like, these heroes are going to get bursted down so much. They have really good burst damage on KTO, whereas on HG they kind of just have... They don't really have a lot of burst damage at all, do they? They kind of have sustain, they have a lot of sustain, and they have good initiation. I reckon their lanes are going to be fairly strong though, on HG.
Yeah, I think that's what they're aiming for here. Win the lanes, win the game. It's a good strat.
Yes. Well, kind of rhymes as well, so maybe that's probably one of the other reasons why it's so
Doesn't
good.
always work though.
Sorry guys, apparently I'm a little bit quiet. Is this better?
Me or you?
Me, Amateur Lol, let me know if there's any problems.
Lone Druid is the last ban. I'm not even sure he would have even been anywhere in the minds of KTO unless they were thinking of jungling it.
Nah,
But
no.
he's a bit greedy. That would be way too greedy, I think.
Yeah, I
10
think for the
seconds
sake of
remaining.
KTO, they really need another support here. When you play
5
Lone Druid, he's
seconds
normally
remaining.
only in mid or he's in the off lane, and they've got both those lanes pretty much secured here. This is, unless this is like a
Reserve time.
majorly roaming gyro or something, this is probably going to be a safe lane gyro, and they need another support. And in terms of HG, like,
Yeah.
what do you reckon they're missing? I mean,
But,
it depends on
I
the
mean,
role of the silencer,
They
doesn't it?
could still go a jungler and pick up something like Enigma, who would work really well with
Yeah.
their team.
It'd work very well with gyro as well.
Yeah, exactly. Plus
Tide.
the Tide. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Dire team pick.
I have
Doom's
no
a
idea
decent
what
ban
HG
here.
is going to pick. I could just select a hero at random and I'd probably be closer to what I would
Well,
get otherwise.
It's this silencer pick that really throws you off because you don't know if it's going to be a carry or if it's going to be like a roaming combo of silencer and Tristan Main with like a farming
Yeah.
like Sand King. It's really hard to tell because Sand
I
King's so versatile.
I
and so
think
is
we'll
Silencer.
see another carry here, possibly
Yeah.
a safe
10
lane-ish
seconds remaining.
carry. Unless obviously it is that tri lane we were talking about, but
5
I'd like to
seconds
see
remaining.
maybe some more burst damage coming out from their team. But they don't have a
Reserve
lot of late
time.
game right now. They are focusing heavily on that early game.
Yeah, it's possible we'll see like the Juggernaut, like you mentioned. I think Juggernaut's pretty decent here to round out their lineup. Oh, it was Wraith King actually.
Radiant team pick.
I told you, you just can't predict this stuff.
You can't. I'm not even going to try and predict anymore in terms of these, in terms of hero picks. I mean, I've only got one more to predict.
I mean, KTO's been a bit more
yeah.
standard in their picks. But HG, out of the box, you can't ban against that. Like that's the
No.
benefit.
It's
You
strange
just all
they
your
banned out
heroes
the
get through.
anti-mage as well. Yeah.
10
Well,
seconds
in
remaining.
terms of the lineup, do you reckon that HG's late game
5
is now
seconds
really
remaining.
sort of kind of limited? But then again, KTO are kind of relying on a couple of heroes,
Reserve
like
time.
really just the Invoker now to carry them in the late game. Like this is
Oh,
mid-game
you've got-
aggression right here.
You got Jara as well.
Yeah.
And I've still got another support to pick up here, or unless it is that jungler. Looks like it's
Oh,
Enchantress,
man.
so yeah. They are going for the jungler here.
Yeah. Right. Well, this is a this is definitely an interesting lineup, and I have no idea how to predict this game. But in terms of lineups, I'd probably have to go KTO, to be honest.
I mean,
Um,
HG could pull something out of the bag with this
Well,
non-traditional lineup, and it'd be great to see. But yeah, I'll probably have to stick with you on this one, and go with KTO in terms of the draft.
well, I mean, we can see here that in
Prepare for
terms of the
battle.
lineup, KTO, if they win the early game, or well, HG rather, if HG wins the early game, then that's really the strength of their lineup in terms of if the early game is definitely where their lineup sits, and actually this could be the mid silencer, like you said, dude. This is something we haven't
happening?
seen.
Is it
Yeah, I
happening?
think this is the mid silencer.
Oh, it's a beautiful day.
Yes, good luck, have fun, everybody. This is going to be something different that we normally see. We're not seeing Legion Gaming or anything like that here tonight. We're seeing HG and KTO. So,
Well, we are seeing Legion Gaming later tonight. but
well, tonight we
not
are,
right
yes,
now.
but right now we're seeing two teams we have not seen
30
before, and
seconds
already
to battle.
we are seeing a nice smoke coming down here from HG into the Radiant jungle.
They actually have a really strong level 1 squad here. If they manage to find anyone, that could be a kill for sure. They are
Well,
sort
they
of
got the
walking
really-
straight into them
yeah.
though. I'd rather see them wrap around. Wraith King's Silence has got the right idea here. They're gonna find the Vengeful Spirit. The stun,
The
not
battle
quite there.
begins.
Yeah, they're going to be a little bit off position, but in terms of the runes, they're just going to run and get that one. Silence are going to secure that. Top rune taken by Tidehunter, so that was a little bit of an awkward engagement there.
Thanks a lot.
It was, yeah, it would have worked out really well, but it's, the smoke's 50 gold, it's not too big of a loss or anything like that. But the mid lane matchup, an Invoker and a Silencer, not something we always get to see.
You gotta see him hanging around.
Hmm.
Looks like she is gonna be heading up to that top lane though. And they're gonna be a little late for this. They might miss out on a few last hits here and some
Yeah.
experience.
Tidehunter's just gonna get a bit of free XP, free gold here. This is not what you want, because this means that Tidehunter's already gonna be ahead in his lane. Solo XP is much better than the dual XP, and just remains a little bit late, unfortunately. It's a bit of a downer there for HG.
It's a long run from the bottom lane.
This off lane, Mads, what do you reckon of this off lane? This Viper and this SK, how aggressive is that? That is a very aggressive lane.
It's pretty strong. If they pull it off, it's very hard to lane against. Obviously Viper being one of the better laners in the game. Very annoying. And then just having the Sand King there gives you a bit of defensive protection from getting gone on.
And he's actually,
but-
he's gone for the poison attack level 1, so it's just such an aggressive setup. And we've actually had a pause here, unfortunately. Yeah, we don't actually always see the Viper. Normally, guys, the Viper doesn't go for the poison attack first. Normally goes for Nether Toxin just to help out with those early last hits. But the poison attack, that's when you know they're going aggressive.
They want to get stuff done in this bottom lane here.
Of course.
Like I
And
like the
it's-
strategy,
yeah.
but then again, the Enchantress is hanging around here, and I really like that pick because they see that a lot of HG's lineup is early game orientated, and having the Enchantress really gives you a strong sort of bit of confidence in that early game. You can apply pressure to all the lane.
Yes. Yeah, I reckon Enchantress is really good at just forcing the team to kind of be really passive in that off lane, and they kind of this could even lead to the Sand King rotating away and maybe trying to gank the mid or the top lane. Probably a really good idea to gank the top lane, especially early game here with the Tidehunter. No
I'll
blink or anything like that.
Just have to interrupt there. We actually just got a donation from the fat guy. So thank you so much for that. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for that, the fat guy. I'm sure you're not actually fat, and that's okay. You know, it's all good. I'm fat too.
We're all fat.
Here we are, and oh my god, look at this. The
Oh, we missed first
Hadouken
blast.
coming out. Enchantress using that creep there for the Satyr Tormentor. The Hadouken coming out on Sand King. Unfortunate for him.
That's the strength. That's the strength of the Enchantress we were just talking about. Having that ability to get one of those creeps. And the Sunstrike as well, coming out there from Invoker. Did that land in the end? I just missed the tail of it.
Yeah, ooh, I reckon it did. No, I think it did. Yeah, it landed and then the Hadouken came and finished him off. He was very low HP. I'm pretty sure. I'm 99% sure about that.
It's not what you want to be happening in your sort of dual lane aggressive lineup.
No.
Giving away first blood there.
Well, yeah, I mean, if we look, we're going to probably bring up the last hits here, and we have a look, and Wraith King, looks like he's having a decent time, actually. Even, despite late to the lane and missing a few creeps, he is just that little bit ahead of the Silencer, who, actually, no, not the Silencer, the Gyrocopter, who's only on 4 CS here. This aggressive
King
lane,
actually taking a lot of damage here from the Tidehunter.
Oh, this is a nice frostbite on the Symphony and Tidehunter, but unfortunately I don't have anything to follow it up at this point. He's pretty tanky, he's got 2 points in Kraken Shell here, and he's got a Ring of Protection, so this Tidehunter is all about the sustain here, and in terms of killing him, they probably need a couple more rotations, I think.
Yeah, because Seam, not a hero that deals out a lot of magic damage, especially early on, and also Wraith King, like, although they have 2 stuns, I don't think they have the damage that's going to get through Tidehunter.
No, and actually another thing to look at here is the mid lane. In terms of this matchup, we weren't really sure who wins here, but the last
thanks a lot.
5 denies more for the Invoker than there are for the Silencer. So
Yeah, and they add up.
They
If
do
we-
add up.
If we look at the levels here, actually it's very even. I'm surprised about that.
Yes, and we have a smoke coming from the Enchantress and the Venge here, probably looking to gank around the map around that mid lane. Kind of not really sure here, trying to decide, but they're deciding whether they should get the rune or not. Silencer
2
has his
creeps
bottle
here.
here.
Regen rune.
But oh, this could be a really nice gank here. Silencer, he's a little bit,
and it's
he's a
just
bit far
gone
forward, and
nighttime.
he's actually popped his last word, and they're actually able to get him the nighttime. Yes, you're right. The Hadouken coming in, the Centaur Stomp is ready as well, and he does actually cancel, and he does use it. Oh, that was a textbook gank. That one,
Nice
textbook
play
gank.
there. That's
it was
just some
good
solid
because-
Enchantress play.
Yeah, and the Invoker kind of just trying to, keep it cool, not trying to make it too obvious as to what was happening, and the Silencer paid for it. He was just overextending a little bit in that lane there in general, and left himself open. No wards in the mid lane, but there is a ward, but they were smoked. So it's unfortunate for Silencer. But,
Smoke of Deceit. What an item.
yeah. Yeah, Smoke of Deceit is a good item, yes, and
Smoke
yeah.
of Deceit. Raise your smokers.
Raise your smokos. And look at this bottom lane. They're actually looks like they're actually kind of just really trying to push it. Sand King using his sandstorm here, just try and get a bit more damage off. It's kind of just sitting there. But they could even be distributing the farm between the both heroes here, because both heroes are kind of farm reliant, and a Sand King without farm is a Sand King without too much contribution, I think.
They are sort of contributing a lot to this lane, and sort of not hindering Gyrocopter as much as they'd want to be, because he's actually pretty even with Wraith King in terms of CS.
Yeah, and look at this in the mid lane. Enchantress sending that tornado mid, just harassing the Silencer, and he just has to pop another tango. And I mean, this Silencer would love to come and harass the Invoker here with a last word, but he's just getting driven back from this tornado. This is the Enchantress creep just sitting right here, challenging away. But in terms of the rest of the map, I mean, Crystal Maiden looks like she could be going for a bit of a jungle here, maybe not quite having the lane presence she would like. The thing about Crystal Maiden is she's just an amazing level 1 jungler, and benefits so much, especially when Wraith King gets the solo XP.
Just had another quick donation there from Love AV1, so thanks a lot for that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, CM, that's a big power of his. You go level 1, you get Frostbite, and then you just kill one of the big creeps, and you pretty much get straight to level 2. So
Yes.
we didn't actually see that getting utilized here this game, but it is a solid strategy.
Yeah, it's one of the fastest level 2s in the game, Crystal Maiden. Interesting that that's the hero, but oh, this mid
Got an
lane, look at this,
Invis
the
rune.
Vengeful Spirit sitting here with the Invis rune and Silencer. Oh, he's going to Cold Snap, he's going to get stunned from the Vengeful Spirit as well, and just going to click him down, the Cold Snap proccing. And he was actually, looked like he was cancelling his animation and running away there, the Silencer. But that's unfortunate for him. That's 2 deaths in the mid lane
Yeah,
for Silencer.
it's so hard as a mid lane silencer. You have no form of escape whatsoever. So you're really susceptible to those ganks. We didn't see any rotations there either. Crystal Maiden had a
No.
TP, but decided it wasn't going to be the case. Silence is going to pay for that one.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. We haven't seen many rotations from the supports here of HG just yet, but I reckon we'll definitely see the CM and the Sand King rotating.
So the side of
Yeah.
KTO doing extremely well. If we look at the last hits there, top 4 all on the side of the Radiant. And if we look at net
Oh.
worth, yeah, the top 3. So Viper leading the way for HG at number 3 there, and the offlane position. Silencer wrapping around on this Tidehunter.
Oh, the top lane,
Shots
yes,
last
the
word.
Silencer comes in, oh, he's going to get silenced, but Tidehunter, how can they take him down here, even
You
with
just
the
can't.
rotation from the mid-hero? He's just going to run it off, he's leveling so well, he's level 8 here, as opposed to the Wraith King,
Got the
who's
CM,
level
but
5.
his rotation.
Tidehunter, there's a couple of heroes coming in here, the Vengeful Spirit coming in, the Ravage. Oh, this could go really badly. The Enchantress is coming in with a Peter's damage. The Crystal Maiden slowed, the Wraith King doesn't quite have his ultimate yet, he's not even level 6. But this Tidehunter's going to go down, there's really nice damage from the Viper here, but of course, Vengeful Spirit is going to try and run away, getting slowed, like huge amounts of slow. No fairy fires or anything like that, 2 tangos, and she's getting slowly taken down. The Viper getting the kill. But that costed a lot.
That really did. Huge fight there from KTO.
But
Took them way too
yeah.
long to take the tide down, and they didn't expect the rotations there. On the net worth changes, it's actually quite even, but that shows
Yeah.
you how far ahead KTO was going into that fight. So giving away a lot of gold for those kills.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, 2 for 3, but still not really too much of a change. In the mid lane, Invoker being really aggressive on the Silencer here, but it's just trying to zone him out. Looked like something could have happened there, but that, you know, that was a really costly engagement. And Wraith King, it does have his level 6 now, so that's a plus for him. But Tidehunter, this is going to be a hero. This is going to do a lot this game. He's got his Arcane Boost and his Iron Talon, and he is level 8. He is going to be problematic.
He's had no
indeed.
worries in this top lane. Even that fight then, he got a couple of assists to his name. So he's completely happy with that.
And Sand
Sand
King
King
really aggressive here.
Very deep.
Tanking a lot from the tower. This could be dangerous for him, but it's just the Tidehunter. There's no one here to really back him up. And Silencer getting the
Goes the
Arcane rune. This is a
Arcane
very nice rune for him actually. And there's lots of rotations down bottom here. Gyrocopter, actually, and by lots of rotations I mean just 2. But this aggressive lane is back here again. It could be possible that they'll bring the Crystal Maiden down here as well to help it out, because they need to take this bottom tower to make this lane worth it.
So it looks like Viper's going for Shadowblade first item. Do you agree with this?
Normally, well, it depends on the role of this Viper. Oh, hang on, hold that thought, and this is Sand King getting really late. This actually doesn't get to use his ult, and this is cooldown from Gyro, finishing off both heroes. And Enchantress rotating in just at the right time as well. Oh,
First
no.
cooldown of the game with Rocket Barrage. This is one of Gyrocopter's first spikes in terms of power. When he gets level 8 and he's maxed out Rocket Barrage with the ult. It's just so much magic damage for this level.
Oh, it's not looking good in terms of the net worths. Enchantress is so far ahead. 1k gold ahead of 8k of what I think an HG's highest net worth hero here, which is the Viper. Oh, hang on, we'll just hold that. This is really they're being a little bit aggressive and tight on here, but he's just eating all this damage, isn't he? He's just shrugging it off.
Too.
Yeah, he's eating it off. He's just shrugging it off, and he has 5 stick charges, and he has the Ravage. Yes, so he is very safe at this point. He's very safe.
So bot tier 1 going down to the side of KTO. That's again one of the strengths of Enchantress. Any chance you get, you can just go in for a tower there if you get a couple kills. So we'll see a lot more of that as we see more rotations coming out. She's picked up her Midas, so she's doing extremely well.
Oh, she has indeed. She looks like she's going straight for that Dragon Lance as well. So, what do you reckon? Do you think that I mean, most people do get Dragon Lance first item in Enchantress. What do you reckon of that? Do you reckon that's justified?
Yeah.
Only in like pretty much every situation, yeah.
Well, not every situation. There's obviously different options you can go because she is such a versatile hero. It is one of the more powerful items on her though. Obviously working so well with her ultimate. But you can look to go towards something like Necro Book or those sort of items. But you definitely get before eggs.
Yes, of course, and even an urn is something it's a classic item on the Enchantress as well. And oh, look, this game has come to a bit of a passive state, but Enchantress running down bot here with the War Runner.
They do have a ward there. Yeah. They do see this.
Oh, here we go. The Sand King looks like he's going to go on the Enchantress. Is this a really good move? Because the cooldown's going to come down, and the Viper's being stuck here from the Centaur, and he's just going to get right-clicked down from the Enchantress. And they might even still have the slow coming out from Enchantress very soon, but they are pinging out the Sand King. They want to keep going. They might even drop the the swap coming in, the Medallion. And Silence are having a double damage room, but he's all by himself here. He could even go down here. This is really big damage from Enchantress, and the bonus damage from the Wave of Terror.
Oh man.
Oh.
The Sand King probably should have thought twice about going back down the river that way. I would have just gone around the Roche Pit. And then Silence just showing up at the end, hoping to save him, but I mean, there was no tier 1 tower in sight, and he was against 3 heroes, so that was always going to be a tough play.
Yeah, it was unfortunate in that rotation there, but yeah, that's 3 heroes dead. 3 heroes dead, and none lost for the side of KTO.
Net worth 10k in the favour of KTO, and we're only at 13 minutes. Huge play coming out from them. And this Invoker, he's just having fun sitting in mid lane. He's got a Midas of his own.
Oh, they've actually gone on the Sand King. His mana is completely gone. This is cold snap damage. The swap from Vengeful Spirit. I think that must have just come off cooldown because he only just used it down bottom as well.
He just wanted some farm. He was just sitting there, minding his own business, in his sandstorm.
Rage King being forced to leave his lane to come mid as well. And they're going to have to try and defend because...
Looks like they want to, but...
Yeah, they're not going to keep pushing. But they're going to run into the jungle here just to maybe try and just do a wraparound. I mean, they're going to be careful here. If HG run up high ground, this Rage King's in trouble. And they alacrity the Gyrophon. He's going to come in with a huge amount of burst. And Rage King's eating all this damage. He's going to pop his ult here, but he's all alone. The Silencer's dropped down as well. He probably want to run here. He's actually used his Midas just as he came up there. He's going to try and take down Gyrophon, who's really low. Does actually go down in the end. He's got 794 gold. And this Tidehunter coming in with an amazing ravage. Doing so much damage. There's a huge, massive ravage. And Viper is going to take a lot of damage. That is a nice damage there from the Anchor Smash, though. And that is... Oh man,
3 for 1, but they hit the gyro, which is a huge kill. So still going the way of KTO, but it wasn't completely a loss.
What's the gold difference? Is about 13,000. 13,000 gold difference.
It is huge. It's almost 1,000 gold a minute. KTO doing work here.
They are doing work. This Tidehunter offlane is one of the reasons for it. He got absolute free farm by the looks of it. He is one of the, I mean, if we check hero levels, I reckon he'll be up there. He is, well, I mean, 4 heroes on the side of KTO, level 11. Do you think this is ever, happens for the, for a solo offlane Tidehunter here? Because he's done exceptionally well.
I mean, it does if you don't have the heroes to deal with him, which they definitely did not. I mean, they could have maybe put the Viper in that lane, could have done a little bit better, but again, they didn't have a lot of options.
Yeah, it's possible they maybe needed an aggressive tri lane, but this top tower is going to get burnt down to the ground, and they don't want to engage on that. This is a risky play. They're a little bit spread out. The Viper, the Viper actually getting caught by the tornado accidentally, and he's going to get gushed here. He's going to get slowed, but the missile coming out, and no real sort of engagement coming on.
Cooldown is ready though.
It's a very awkward engagement. Teams are looking to maybe start the cooldown being used here, catching out the Viper and the Wraith King. But of course, Viper getting swapped in by the Vengeance. These swaps are amazing. Being caught out here by the damage there, and of course the Juggernaut actually silenced here, and he has to back off a little bit. Crystal Maiden just doing that, but oh, these swaps are something else, aren't they? And this the Enchantress is going to right-click down with the Impetus damage and taking down Silencer. And this is not looking good for Sand King. He's going to get caught out as well. No mana for Impetus and being slowed here by the last word. And this is all I need is a Gush and an Anchor Smash, and here we go. And the Wraith King, oh, he's a little bit, he's going to have least mana here. He might even go down. He might actually not have his ult here. And it's level 1 ult for the Wraith King. Level 1 ult at this point. Where Tidehunter's walking around with level 2 Ravage. And a Blink and a Mech. Being in his stash.
Call up your doctors, because KTO is setting up a clinic in here. This is amazing. They're just completely running the floor on HG. They don't have a lot of answers.
What do you do here, Mads? How do you come back from this situation? Do you just try
TP right in front of them, apparently.
Do you just sit back in your high ground and try and turtle, or?
It's very tough because KTO have a very balanced lineup, and like we said in the draft, HG's was sort of angled towards the early game. I'd like to see a big Sand King ult. I think that could change the tide of the fight.
Yes.
Which we
he hasn't
haven't
got
seen
blink,
yet.
has he? There's no blink.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for him, especially when you've got the Invoker as well, with the Tornado, and they've got so many interrupts. So it's a tough ask, but they're going to need a big fight like that.
Oh, for sure here, and if you look at net worth, it's still looking very dire for HG. With Wraith King now being the highest net worth, probably because of his Midas, but he's still looking to get that drum or that blade mail. Probably the blade mail here for him.
Not the item I would have gone for in their situation, unless he's thinking of it as like a comeback Midas. Oh, they're going to spot out the CM here.
Oh, CM, and this could be another really good Venge swap here, but Venge could even be in a bad spot here if she goes for this swap, but it depends.
She's got some
if she goes for its level 1 swap. Yeah, she does have the medallion and the fairy fire. Actually, no, this is the. Can't even look at my own items here. She's got the arcane boots. I actually like the arcane boots. Pick up here for the Venge, but they're actually rotating in here. HG maybe looking to get something going here. They want to defend this tower. This tower is just going to sit here, and it's a little bit awkward at the moment. But oh, Vengeful Spirit, risky play getting that ward in. Will they spot it out? Looks like they probably did spot that out. They're pinging.
They don't have no sentries though, so they can't do much about that. And Invoker picking up a Blink, and Enchantress picking up an Axe. These are some big items coming out.
Oh, the Axe pickup. That's one we're going to see.
Axe Dragon Lance.
We just watched this next fight, guys. This Enchantress is going to hit like a train. The damage is going to be... Oh, it's going to be insane. And this missile just still getting off on the Viper here. But look at these wards, Mads. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? This is not a common ward spot. This one here, is it? I'm actually going to deward this. It's one of the 2 wards. No, the one down here on the left.
Ah.
This one. Yeah. That's not going to get spotted. It's very unconventional in terms of, you know, where you put your wards. And oh, the Vengeful Spirit just looks like she's doing a bit of checking on Roshan there, or she's putting the ward up. But she is going to get away, and oh, this is a Tornado coming out. The Wraith King is going to lose his mana. This is not the hero you want to lose your mana on. He's got no mana left. He is going to have to tread swap here, but he does go down in the end. And this Sand King's actually going to get caught out by the stun, but this is a massive Ravage catching out at least 2 heroes here. There's 2 heroes, yes. And this Vengeful Spirit's still going up. She's got her stun. This Ice Wall's going to catch out both heroes. He's just really good positioning from Invoker. And Viper going to take him down. Triple kill for Gyrocopter.
Do they go Roche? Do they go straight for tier 3s?
No.
Looks like they're going mid.
Yeah, straight for the towers here. And like, that Invoker,
they don't even
I mean,
need Roche. They're not dying.
That Ice Wall from Invoker was just, how do you let an Invoker get into that position? He blinked completely past the fight and he wrapped around behind them and Ice Walled the Viper, and I think it was the Silencer as well. That was really amazing play there from the Venge and from the Invoker.
But got to be careful here. They do have blink.
Yeah, they're just gonna attack this Rax, and Wraith King does have his ult here. I'm pretty sure he does have his ult, and he's just gonna run up. He's probably gonna lose it here. He's actually gonna get stunned on the jump. The Tidehunter's going to get stunned up here, but the Crystal Maiden really low. She gets down to the EMP, and the Invoker getting another kill on Sand King, and Wraith King's losing a lot of HP. This is the Ags, Dragon Lance we're seeing here, Viper going down, and they're going to keep chasing. Look at this. This Wraith King is going to get really low. One more attack, and the Invoker takes it down. Look at this damage from Enchantress. This is insane. Godlike with a double kill, and Silencer going down. Oh, Mads.
It's gone from bad to worse here for HG. Sand King, oh poor Sand King, he didn't even get his ultimate off, he was channeling it, and just at the last second they managed to pick him off.
Mads, take a look at the net worth.
Wow, 30,000
Now,
gold.
this is
This is
unfortunate
huge.
because this is a position 5 Vengeful Spirit. Oh, hang on. This Sand King, oh, very risky position by him. He's going to go down. You don't blink in. Did he blink in?
No,
Did he
he
have blink?
He just
He walked in.
fire-struck in.
Oh, that's very dangerous play. And one thing they've actually smoked right on the high ground here. I don't think they even had vision of that. And Viper's ult being cancelled there. And he's not up in here. Look,
might
it
be
may
going
actually
for
look like
Roche
it did,
here,
but
I don't
Tyron
think,
just gonna TP out. They could go for Roche.
I don't think it even
Unless-
matters at this point.
Well, it would be nice to secure this. 31 kills to 4 here, so it's definitely an uphill fight here for HG. And they just want to take this Roche. Looks like they will, and I don't know if they're going to be able to even consider contesting this. I'm not sure. They've 2 racks down. They need to defend from super creeps, which are kind of pushing in, especially on the top lane.
Yeah, so if you're KTO right here, you're probably going to want to pick up the Aegis and then go straight to bottom lane. I don't think they're going to want to muck around and get any more farm at this point.
Actually, what I was trying to ping out while there was the Vengeful Spirit Solar Crest being finished. Now, Vengeful Spirit's got a Solar Crest and a Plate
And
Mail.
a plate mail to boot.
This is pretty good farm for a Vengeful Spirit who's, you know, sitting on a roaming position 5 role that she was. And she's
got 14
really
assists though.
her net worth is 1,200 more than the Wraith King, who's having a really bad game in terms of his net worth. I actually can't look at what's his items like, Mads. What's he holding?
Minus
Blade
blade
mail.
mail.
So he's got the blade mail. Oh, this is another swap on the Sand King. Sand King going down.
Sand King just disappearing. Pulling a
Really
magic trick
dangerous
on her.
play. Dangerous play by him, and yes, well played. And this Invoker's just by himself up here, being silenced up, but what can they do? The Wraith King blade mail's coming through, the Viper taking down. As 4-man Ravage was I didn't even see that. And he is going down. I should have probably zoomed out there. Bad camera work by me, guys.
See him managing to get away
Oh.
there. The last hero you expect to make it out of a team fight like that.
But her items, she has had a very bad game in terms of the farm. 1,600 net worth at 23 minutes, guys. This is a very unfortunate game for poor Crystal Maiden here, guys. Poor Crystal Maiden. They're gonna just dive the fountain. It's GG. And Daedalus, right at the end, being finished with Gyrocopter. Oh, Mads.
Oh man. What play for KTO?
Mads.
We knew this game was going to be interesting. We didn't know anything about these teams going in. And we found out KTO, they're a force to be reckoned with. And HG were not ready.
They were not ready. In fact, they had this really nice plan for an off-lane aggressive lane, but... Oh, Mads, how did it... what do you reckon? What went wrong? Is this for the... Yeah. What went wrong?
Well, a lot went wrong, let's just say that. So you can join us over at Twitch,
Yes,
and we
of
will
course.
give you some post-game analysis on this. So we'll see you over there, Clutch NZ, if you want to check us out. Hey, welcome back, guys. KTO taking down HG eSports there. What a game! Some great play coming out from KTO, proving that,
What
that they are
a
just
game.
they were just too good for the side of HG.
Yeah, look, what can we say? I mean, we actually went into this game thinking hopefully we'll see some interesting picks. We saw some very interesting picks. The Crystal Maiden being pick number 2. Was it pick number 2 or pick number 3? It was pick number 2, I'm pretty sure, of the game.
Yeah,
And,
Sand King, Crystal Maiden. You called it. It
Sand King,
happened,
Crystal
but
Maiden.
didn't
I don't know
work
why I
out.
thought there was a Sand King, but I did. I just had this feeling it'd be a Sand King, and there was. We're not going to go into too much detail about that, but there was this aggressive lane that we haven't seen before, Mads. This was a Viper and Sand King off lane. And how did it... I mean, it's so risky to do this when there's an Enchantress lurking in the jungle right next door.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, yeah,
think their draft was a little questionable. I feel it was one of those drafts that they were just picking heroes that they like to play, which is completely fine. But it looked like KTO had a bit more experience playing in this sort of realm, and their draft was much more solid, and they utilized that, and we saw that as well during the game. They dominated pretty much every part of the game there. HG picking up a few kills in those team fights when they had like Viper rotate around.
yeah.
But yeah, getting outplayed a lot of the game there.
The last hits and the net worth were really favored by KTO there. They were way ahead of last hits. The mid lane was actually quite even at one point. There was only one last hit in the difference, but 5 denies, and it just skyrocketed from there.
Those
And it was just,
rotations though,
yeah, the
um,
vengeful spirit.
Venge and Enchantress rotating around. Some great play by
Yes.
them using that smoke efficiently.
Uh,
They got multiple kills on the silencer. So he was actually doing quite well, the silencer in the mid lane until that. So it's unfortunate when that turns out and the rotations weren't there. But again, it's tough, even if CM rotates there against those 3 heroes. Like, who do you drop the
yes.
frostbite on? The
Yeah,
creep or like, yeah, it's
I think
very tough.
Yeah, I think in terms of what really went wrong, for me, it was the offlane of KTO here. Their Tidehunter completely won his lane. He got amazing experience in gold. He was tied with the highest level in the game at level 11. Him and the Invoker and the Enchantress and Gyro were all level 11s. And the next level up, I'm pretty sure was a level 9 or, maybe a level 10 from, I think it was the Viper or possibly the Wraith King. So in terms of, what went wrong, that offlane was completely won by the Tide, and Tide snowballed. He got amazing farm. What did he get? He got Arcane Boots, Blink, and then Mech at,
Yeah,
what,
like,
25 minutes?
and that just went so well with the rest of the team. They had such strong push, and their team fight was strong as well. So they just didn't have the heroes, I think, to shut down the Tide. The Wraith King and CM they just can't do enough against him. He's way too tanky. They needed
Yeah.
a support with a bit more damage output, I think, or get a rotation. Maybe put the Sand King up there and have a solo offlane. That probably would have let Tide have a bit of a tougher time there.
It was rough as guts. That game for HG was rough as guts the entire game, and it's very unfortunate for them. But yeah, in terms of the lineup, if you don't dominate the early game like that lineup was all about, it kind of goes unfortunate from there on. You can't really come back with that sort of lineup, especially when the Wraith King just was so far behind. He had to go for a Midas to catch up, and I don't think he was even intending to go for one of them, but he did in the end. So yeah, that was definitely a different game to watch, that one.
So yeah, first game from KTO, a strong showing.
Yes.
So just coming in at the end of the Cybergamer ladder, the rosters are locking tomorrow for the finals. So unfortunately, they won't be able to make it in there. But I imagine we'll definitely see them next time for the next season. No doubt, indeed, they looked very strong.
Yes. We'll look forward to that. Hopefully we'll be back for next season as well.
Hopefully, if we haven't been fired by then,
Yes.
that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, if we haven't been fired, all caps in the chat, guys. Yeah, so
going
looks
into our
like
next game, the big headliner, Legion Gaming, number 1,
yes.
taking on Passive Aggressive Warriors, number 3. This is the game to watch. This is what we all came for. The big dogs going up against each other. Are you ready for this one?
I hope I'm ready for this one because this I might lose my voice by the end of this game because normally when we see Legion Gaming and Passive Aggressive Warriors, we see amazing games. Particularly, lots of memories of Legion Gaming just doing really amazing plays. And even when we first saw them play against Team Paradise, I don't think we've seen too much of them recently, unfortunately. But Legion Gaming have played amazing this entire tournament. And tonight is probably, hopefully, not going to be any exception.
Yeah, we always see good games when we watch these two teams. Really, like some really long games as well. when we sort of see teams of sort of similar caliber, these games just seem to go really long. I don't know why
Yeah.
that is, but sort of back and forth, definitely. I imagine we're going to see a lot of that tonight as well. It's definitely not going to be nearly as one-sided as the game we just watched there.
No, that was really one-sided, unfortunately for HG. But as you said, this game here, we're actually waiting for everyone to join in. I'm just gonna I'm gonna alt tab and have a look at the Twitch chat here. But yeah, that was definitely a game we have not seen. Haven't seen a one-sided game like that for a long time.
So, if we do go to the Twitch chat, anyone want to say hi? What they thought of that last game? What was the turning point? I think is what we want to know. And is there anything that HG could have done to sort of keep themselves in that game?
Yeah, what do you guys reckon? I mean, we're watching the chat now, so you know, give us an idea because well, we have an idea, don't we, Mads? We know what could have changed.
We've got a 5-man from minute 5 is a possible that they could have done. Just try and barrel down the lanes.
Yeah.
Better
I can't
players.
yeah.
I mean, that's a suggestion.
Yeah.
I'll pass it on. See if they'll take that on board.
The thing about competitive Dota is that some of the best players in the world, you know, you think, oh, look, if you're 6K, you can't be as good as an 8K player, but some of the best teams out there have probably got, you know, they've probably got like, you know, mid 6K players and they're going up against 8K players. It's about how the team works as a whole. And unfortunately, I think for that game, KTO was the stronger team as a whole. Despite what the solo skills may have been of each player, KTO definitely just had a much stronger framework in terms of the team, I think.
There was a suggestion of a tri-lane, which we did talk about.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure in that lineup who would have gone off lane. You could have possibly ran the Viper solo off, but I don't know how well that actually goes. But yeah, that would have put a lot more pressure on the Tide, I think, and could have stopped him steamrolling ahead there.
Yeah.
Level 1 Roche. I don't think they had the team for it. We actually saw a level 1 Roche. Was it 2 nights ago?
Yeah, 2 nights ago, and it was was it Paragon and Tyrant, and yeah, Tyrant. No, was it Tyrant? Yes,
Yep.
Tyrant eSports went and did it with a Winter Wyvern Nature's Prophet combo, and boy did that work.
Yeah, there was Winter Wyvern, and he was cold embracing. Was it the Treants?
Yes, cold embracing the Treants. They were unable to die because you know physical damage from Roshan. They just regened up, and it went completely undetected.
Yeah, and then they come out. Everyone's level 2, almost level 3, and they just barreled forward from there. It was really great to see. I wonder if we'll see some cheesy plays like that this game. Because these two teams are in the top 3.
Yes.
They are actually secured
Guaranteed.
in terms of their position into the finals. So, and you are in matters in terms of how the drafts end up for the finals. So whether that counts or not. But so we might see some sort of different play come out tonight, knowing that it's not going to matter in terms of them getting into the final. But yeah, obviously they could try some different strategies here.
Yeah,
that maybe they've been holding back.
Well, possibly. Again, when it comes to these sort of when the games aren't as serious, you kind of do tend to see lots of different things. And one of the things we've seen a couple of times, what did we see the other night? And this has actually been picked up by a few pro teams, especially recently, is the PL counter pick to the Invoker, and it's literally an instant counter pick, which is risky, isn't it? What do you think? Do you think that's really risky to just pick and
run the PL mid? He does fairly well against Invoker, especially if you have a support sort of roaming around, so that can drop in every now and then to help him out. But the thing is, he's getting cold snapped, and then you can just doppelganger straight out of that. So he's hard to gank as well. So Invoker can't destroy him as easily as he can, like a silencer, for example. But and obviously, as soon as he gets his defusal, that really helps them. We saw that in the last PL game that was picked. Was last night, right?
Was it last night? Might have been last night.
Oh,
Yeah.
all these nights are merging together
Yeah.
for me.
It's all a blur now.
Yeah, but I mean, once he gets the defusal, it's all on from there.
Right. Well,
AM mid
yeah.
is another suggestion from
AM mid.
from the
Who
chat
suggested
there.
that? I can't see that.
Uh,
The
Mad
mad
Gow
gal disease.
Mad Gow disease.
Well, we'll commend you on the name. It's definitely a unique name we don't see too often. But mid AM is kind of not really the same as the mid PL. I think the mid PL would be a lot better. Definitely a lot better than the mid AM. Mid PL, yeah.
I don't know.
I
Mid
reckon it
AM is a
is.
thing. Mid AM is a thing. I've seen it before, and it is good against Invoker as well. Granted, the last person I saw play mid AM was Miracle, and he can probably
Well,
play any hero mid.
Was it a competitive game?
Probably not.
Ah. All right. Sorry. Yeah, I'm on the way. Sorry, guys.
Just waiting
starting
on
very soon.
our last caster to join the lobby here.
We're waiting on me. Sorry, guys. It's my fault. Yeah, it's my fault. Don't worry, guys. We're about to start here. We'll change the topic from whatever we were just talking about. I've already forgotten. To the the mid AM. No, we're gonna talk about this. The mid AM. Okay. In terms of PL and mid, I think the PL is a step up from the AM mid because the PL he has a spammable nuke. 2, he can purge things, and I mean the cooldown's longer than the AM blink, but you don't always want to be. In terms of skill builds, the skill build that kind of goes around for the PL really is it's fine to use in the mid, like maxing of the nuke and you know leveling up your your doppelwalk second. I think the build's pretty standard, and it's really hard to sort of predict in terms of your build for AM in the mid lane, because if you're getting zoned out, AM's a hero that's kind of, he can catch up, but I think the mid PL is just much more aggressive and much more defensive at the same time. That's what I reckon.
Yeah, PL probably comes online earlier as well.
Yeah.
So you can be a bit more aggressive with it, transition into pushing towers with your team. So probably, I mean, it depends how the rest of your lineup is as well. But yeah, it could work. It could work. We're just theory crafting here. So, you know, in the famous words of No-Tail that I always bring up, anything can work.
Anything can work, guys. Dota 2 is a game that changes all the time. And right now, it's kind of, you know what, we always think it's sort of predictable by this time in the meta, but sometimes you see some really interesting things. Like the CM. Like that was interesting, wasn't it? The CM. You never know what we're going to see, do you? Especially in Cybergamer. Cybergamer, we see all kinds of things. And yeah, I think the game's loading up now.
We are, in fact, loading here. So while we just wait for the loaders here, we will just go for a quick break so you guys can catch up with the stream, and we'll be right back with the draft.
See you then.
This is the Cybergamer ladder. We are Clutch Studio. I'm Mads. With me, Smoko, the top bloco.
That's
Let's
me.
do it.
All right, guys, raise your smokos and get ready for this game, because this is a very, very high skill game. If this was a pub game, Dota Buff would say very high skill, because this is exactly what we're talking about this game here. And what are we going to see? Is this another Earth Spirit ban? Is this what we're going to see, man?
I mean, no doubt, right? Unless there's
No
teams
doubt.
have agreed secretly before the game to keep me happy and let it through the first stage, I think we're definitely going to see it in one of these first 4 bans for sure. These 2 teams have been fairly consistent in terms of their bans. I wouldn't be surprised if they change up a little bit, knowing that they probably have watched the games of each other. So we'll see how it goes. There he is.
Well,
it's a setback.
Dire team back.
Yeah, poor Earth Spirit being picked on every single game, except for last game. But the Lone Druid being another not very surprising ban here. We don't really like seeing Lone Druid. Well, teams don't really like seeing him on the other team. Lots of teams would like to have it for
10
themselves, but it's
seconds
normally
remaining.
always banned out. And, you know, what other
5
common
seconds
ban are we going
remaining.
to predict here? The OD. That's it, predicting
Yeah.
OD.
Gotta be OD. It's gotta
It's OD,
be
guys.
possibly Invoker as well. I know Legion plays a great Invoker, and passive aggressive warriors can play Invoker as well. So, it's he's just a bit too prevalent. I
Oh,
think.
now,
Actually, a big
Radiant
Wisp.
team
I
ban.
was thinking that because Legion have been winning so many games with Wisp, and this is the first game I've seen Legion
Yes.
play in a while without the Wisp.
We saw the Wisp Chaos Knight, I believe, and I think we've seen a Wisp Sven.
Sven.
from
Several,
them.
I think we've seen a couple of
10
Sven
seconds remaining.
Wisps. And
So
Furion
both
being
OD
banned here.
and Invoker left through. Invoker
Oh.
both getting snatched up
Straight away.
Dire team pick.
And Beastmaster, a very quick follow-up hero. Now, I'm my personal opinion about Beastmaster, Mads, is he is one of the best off lanes, I reckon. Well, besides, you've got a few that are really, really strong. Furion not really being available to them here, but Beastmaster, he is very strong, and he is now being secured by Legion Gaming.
Yeah, that they play a really strong Beastmaster as well.
10 seconds remaining.
He actually does work really well with OD. Actually,
5 seconds
anyone with
remaining.
a really long CC works well with OD. Obviously, the longer he can keep hitting you,
Reserve
the
time.
higher his stacks get, and the more scary he becomes.
Yes.
So, I wouldn't be surprised if they go for
Dire
more of
team
this,
back.
possibly a Lion as well. He would be a great support in this lineup.
I think what a Beastmaster does, and it's kind of like what a Witch Doctor does, it really limits, it sort of makes, makes a drafter think, what can we really
10
go for
seconds
here?
remaining.
If we go for a hero that kind of relies on channeling, there's a 4-second disable, waiting for them, and the
Radiant
Sven ban.
team back.
Now that's
yeah,
that's a
they
pretty,
know about it.
that's a standard ban against Legion Gaming. Legion Gaming very strong with Sven.
Yeah,
very
I wouldn't be
scary.
surprised if we saw a faceless void ban here as well, against passive aggressive warriors.
10 seconds
Just
remaining.
such a strong offlaner, works so well with both Invoker and Witch Doctor.
5
Obviously, Witch
seconds
Doctor,
remaining.
the purple friends
Yes.
forever. But
The
PL,
PL.
Dire team back.
And
So-
you'd think that Legion,
yeah, I mean, going
well,
along our chats,
yeah.
you'd think they'd want to pick it up for themselves, right? But I guess they have the OD.
well, I think Legion kind of run the mid OD more often, don't they? I think they run the mid OD.
Yeah. Also, PL
10
a good
seconds
counter
remaining.
against
Well,
OD
yeah.
because he is such a single
5
target hero.
seconds remaining.
Apart from his ult, but you sort of count that out in most team
Reserve
fights.
time.
Yeah, and I think that it's kind of a shame because passive aggressive warriors maybe would have even been thinking of picking the Sven themselves, but they banned it out, and maybe
Radiant
they got
team
another
back.
carry in mind. But Omni Knight, probably like you said in the chat, and like you said, Mads,
Radiant
the
team
Omni. Well,
pick.
actually, yeah, I think the chat.
The
Someone in
Omni
the chat
OD,
said the
yeah.
Omni OD combo is not going to be used. Maybe they were reading the chat before this game started. It's possible.
Getting those
yeah.
sneaky tips from Twitch chat.
And this is another standard ban. The Nyx Assassin being a very nice hero to pick against an OD. Burning that mana. Well then, yeah, burning that mana completely.
They could have even picked him up themselves, actually. Works well against
Yes.
Invoker.
Dire
Gonna go with the
team
Oracle though. Good pickup alongside OD. Because the whole idea, that's why Omni works so well with him as well, is you keep him alive for as long as possible, so he can continue to gain stacks and continue to be a threat in the fight. You just want to drag out the fights and give him as much time to keep wailing on heroes. That's pretty much their game plan here.
10
So they can
seconds
drop the ult
remaining.
on them, and he can just go ham, alongside the Beastmaster, of course,
5
as
seconds
we've
remaining.
talked about. They didn't ban
Yeah.
out the Faceless Void though, so
No, they're going to secure it there.
Radiant
Actually, another thing about the
team
Oracle, and Oracle's one of my favorite heroes to play. Oracle is a hero that kind of, and another popular hero that gets picked up, that Oracle counters is the Darkseer. So this may have been an option of passive aggressive warriors, but they actually went to the faces away. Darkseer having the worst time against Oracle, his Ion Shell getting purged every single time, just by that Fortune's End from Oracle, and
Dire team
that
pick.
kind of limits your pool in terms of
Drow
off lanes. But yeah, the Void, a Drow.
Radiant
Ooh.
team back.
The gives Invoker so much power.
Mmm.
Good with Faceless Void as well. I mean, a lot of heroes are good with Faceless Void, but they want the sort of ability to keep her at the back.
10 seconds
Faceless
remaining.
Void disrupting the middle, and then so you've got Invoker and Drow sort of attacking
5
from the
seconds
outsides.
remaining.
This Lena pickup though, support Lena. Why do you think they'll pick that one up?
Well, the support lane is an option here. It also could look. It could be anything. I think
It could be mid.
it's most
with
likely. Yeah,
the
it
OD
could be
safe?
a mid OD safe, and you'd pick another support. But I think that'd be,
10
in terms of
seconds
distribution,
remaining.
it's kind of strange. I think this will be a support laner
5
with
seconds
another
remaining.
carry being picked up. That's my prediction for Legion. They're picking up another carry here, and I think passive aggressive warriors probably
Reserve
thinking the same
time.
thing. They'll probably ban a Spectre. Okay,
I'd like to see
Radiant team
yeah.
possibly a more mobile hero to jump on this Drow, maybe a Slark even, but
Yes. A Slark is good.
dangerous going against the Silence though, and the Chronosphere. So I wouldn't be surprised
Well-
if they didn't go for that.
I think an Ursa would be great here. I think an Ursa would be really good against the Drow. And
Yeah,
that's a
we
hero you can
actually
keep alive.
Saw that, didn't we?
Yeah.
I'm sure
think
we
we
saw
did.
that in just the last couple of days. Ursa jumping in Drow, and
5
he actually went
seconds
Ags. I think this was yesterday.
Mm.
And once you get Ags, even if you get
Reserve
gusted, you can just pop it and you're good to go. Also, he's very tanky, so it works well in the Chronosphere.
And
Um,
yeah, another thing to mention is the Beastmaster has the Inner Beast passive. How much is, the OD and the Ursa going to benefit from this attack speed, which scales really well? I think Ursa's a really good pick here. And they don't really have a Sven. They would have gone for the Sven if that was available, but it is banned. The Sven just being a hero that completely get in the face of Drow and just cause all kinds of problems. And I think Ursa's the similar sort of hero, but there could be something else here they could go for. We're still waiting for the Juggernaut. There's the Slark.
So
Yes,
there's
you're
the
right,
Slark.
Mads.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, but like I said, it is a risky pick for those reasons, but we'll see how it plays out for them. Passive aggressive warriors going for Night Stalker, which is in fact another silence, so Slark could have a tough time here. They could end up paying for that pick, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, this is... I don't know. I'm feeling the lineup of Legion, Mads. That's what I reckon. I reckon the lineup of Legion is my favourite lineup here. I think that the Drow, gives great damage with the Invoker, but I think the Void pick just really makes it really good. The Void Witch Doctor combo, which you mentioned, is definitely going to be really good for passive aggressive warriors, but I don't know, I'm favouring this lineup from Legion. I really like the Beastmaster pick. I love the Oracle pick as well. I mean, we don't really see Oracle very much, even though Oracle is
10
pretty good,
seconds
very
remaining.
hard to spell. On that ult, you can get rid of the silences if you really
5
wanted to.
seconds
You can
remaining.
you can get rid of the Night Stalker
Yeah.
slow. It's a big
It's
spell
going to
to
be
sort
very
of commit
strong
for that
for
though.
them in these fights. He's going to have to watch out though, because he can get blown up very easily by the heroes on the side of passive aggressive warriors here. Looks like these picks quite even from what I can see. I don't see one team having a huge advantage over the other. We've seen Legion play this OD before, and we know that they're very good on it. So we'll see how it goes. Looks like
Yes.
just got a quick pause here, and OD drawing a nice wee picture.
I didn't see what it was, but
it was a line.
yeah,
I
it looks like
imagine
they're
that's where they're gonna want to be going there.
thinking of going into that jungle there possibly, and more pictures coming out. But yeah, in terms of the lineups, what do you prefer, Mads? I mean, I've said that I prefer the Legion lineup, but what do you reckon? Do you think this lineup of passive aggressive warriors is just quite greedy?
Yeah, so they're gonna. I don't know. I don't like their late game as much as I like legions. So I think they have to be more aggressive early, make use of the Night Stalker early as well. That's going to be sort of his mission, I would imagine. If they don't get a lot of use out of the Night Stalker, he does fall off quite
He
quickly.
does.
So what you want to do obviously is get the Ags on him as well for that vision. But the vision game of Legion's going to be strong as well. They've got the Hawk going for them.
Very strong. Yes.
So I kind of want to say Legion as well. But if passive aggressive warriors can pull off a good early game, this could definitely go in their favor.
Well, yeah, I think you're right. This early game is definitely something to be worried about if you're on the side of Legion, but then again, Legion kind of have decent early game too. They have the Slark, they have the Lena, and Beastmaster is going to... Well, this might be another Beastmaster gameplay we see from Legion where he does very well in lane. Probably going to be seeing lots of things happening in that top lane for Radiant and Dire there, so... yeah, but my pick here for the lineup is Legion overall. But in terms of early game, yes, you're right. Passive aggressive warriors. This Night Stalker pick is very aggressive, but also very greedy. Witch Doctor is not a hero you always want to have in that position 5, is it? It needs the Ags.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the one sort of hero on their team that I question that pick. But they could prove me wrong. Like we said, they need to make use of that first night. So by minute 4, we'll see how they're doing, and we can make our predictions from there, I think.
Yeah. That's how you make a greedy lineup work. You either get good farm out of it, or you get really, really good aggression and, you know, pick-offs, and that's how you win with a greedy lineup. But whether they do it, I mean, I think the Slark pick's really good because Slark's just super hard to gank, even with the silence. I mean, he has Dark Pact. He can get rid of that silence straight away, and it's really hard to gank an OD when he has Astral Imprisonment, and, you know, there's... The Beastmaster's tanky and he has slows from the boards. I think the heroes of Legion are just super hard to gank, and well, not all of them, obviously. The you know, the Lena and the Oracle maybe not so much, but yeah, I think it's going to be hard. This is a difficult lineup to be aggressive against, but if they execute it correctly, this could mean disaster for Legion.
I mean, I think passive aggressive warriors are trying something slightly different as well, like we talked about, because they are guaranteed into the finals, because they're in position 3. So they might be throwing some of these picks in there.
Yes.
Aren't maybe their go-tos normally, but they're just trying things out, see how they work. We actually have seen quite a few Drow Rangers lately. Why do you think that is? Why do you think she's coming back into prevalence?
You know what, I'm not too sure about that. I think Drow is sort of still being experimented with because when given the right opportunities, and she's a really situational pick. You know, maybe if you've got the OD on your team, and, you know, Invoker's a really good hero to couple with the Drow, and so is, you know, the classics like Visage, and, you know, these are kind of heroes that you always want to pick with, and maybe even the Lena as well. But in terms of, you know, passive aggressive warriors, the Drow pick's kind of not too bad. It works really well with the Invoker, but as a whole, the hero's kind of just it's a little bit hard to really evaluate because the hero is really situational. It's like PL, you know, the hero works really well, but only in some situations. And I don't know, has she been really making much of a return? I feel like she's kind of just been sort of sitting there ever since 6.86, kind of just hovering around a little bit.
Looks like we are actually going to see a quick clash here. They're running straight into
look
each
at
other.
this, and the OD, the Cask is doing so much work here. The Fortune's End from the Oracle is going to stop him there for a bit, but it's actually been used a little bit prematurely, and the Night Stalker, and this actually could lead to nothing here. Astral Imprisonment being used here on the Faceless Void, who was wrapping around behind.
It could have been a disaster for Legion. They were lucky to get out of that.
They were. But look at this. This is for the Lena here. This attack range is insane. There's just in lane, Lena's a hero you don't want to be up against. But they are really
wanting this rune here.
This is a really aggressive play here. The cast coming off the cold snap on the OD. He's gonna get really stunned here. But this is a nice last strike of Ray from the Lena, slowing it down. The GG branch being used here from the Void. But this the OD getting taken down here. The OD
very greedy
cold
there
snap.
from Legion to stick around.
Oh. The ping's coming out. But that was risky play by Legion there. And the Void just zoning out here. This is actually looks like a dual offlane here with the Nightstalker and the Faceless Void, but actually Nightstalker getting really low here. The Fortunes and the Fairy Fire being popped, but he just needs a couple more attacks. Slark getting the final hit, and Void
gets
this is
the leash.
action-packed. He gets the leash as well. This is 3 heroes against 1 here. He does he have Time Walk? 15 seconds to go. Fairy Fire being used, and does he have another one? It's cooldown, and he's going to go down.
It's all on. Action.
Action-packed, guys. Action-packed. And mid-lane, the cold snap being popped on OD again. OD. Now, we talked about aggression here, and this is a lot of aggression. This game, from both
These
sides.
teams are out for blood. So it's actually a dual lane with the Nightstalker Faceless Void.
Now,
Against the tri-lane.
yeah. Obviously, the Nightstalker will be heading around the map, but right now, this is a scary dual lane, but it's obviously a tri-lane down here as well. The Void being, you know, zoned out a little bit again. So they probably want to control this creepy Delirium. Look at this. It's pushing into this dire tower here.
Too much action going on.
All over the place. And we'll have a look at last hits very soon here. It's only 1 minute in, but kind of spread out quite a lot here. But if we talk about the off lanes, Beastmaster already, and actually in the same amount of last hits as the Void here, so no real domination of lanes here. But this bot lane, I thought top lane was going to be full of action. Bot lane here is going to be absolutely full of action. Mid lane, we're missing something here. This is 3 heroes against 1 in the mid lane. Invoker going down.
Those
Mad.
rotations early.
Missed a couple of things. Oh, this is why these teams are in the top 10. This is amazing play already. These rotations have all been successful by both teams.
So I feel like Legion gets a little bit more out of this as long as they don't completely get dominated in this offlane. Because Beastmaster is hopefully going to get a lot out of this offlane on his side anyway. It's like being left alone for a while. Oracle now is back, and I'd imagine Lena will be back down here as well to just secure him that farm.
Well, yeah, Mads, I mean, you're right, but in terms of this offlane, Void is second highest last hits in the game, and he's offlane. Whereas Beastmaster is 4 last hits, or 5 now. And the Void is
Mid
out
lane though,
contesting
Invoker.
Oh,
Getting a
mid
lot
lane,
of
yes,
damage
you're
dropped
right.
on him.
Look at this damage. This is just right clicks, Sunstrike missing.
Oh,
Oh, look at the Astral
the
Imprisonment
save.
from OD.
He's
Does he
probably
have a
still
Fairy
gonna go
Fire to help
down
him out?
here.
He only has Null Talisman, no Fairy Fires, and that is a Forge Spirit finishing him off.
Oh man, great play there from Invoker. Nice Astral attempt there, but didn't have any TP backup. Lena had already TP'd bottom.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This is unfortunate for him, but look at this bottom lane. Void being hit by the Fortune's End here. It's going to keep chasing him. Does
He's
actually
gonna be in
time what's
trouble here,
damage away. He's
15
going to be careful here. 10 seconds till that's over. This Oracle has got double damage. Elsa has only level 2, I think. So there is only one level in that Purifying Flames. Not a lot of damage at all. So he's trying to walk around and get that off, but look who's jungling. It's the Nightstalker just jungling away in that on that camp down there, the new camp.
Yeah, he's
Which
just
is-
bought the recipe
yeah.
behind challenge, so he wants to make that go a little bit faster because it's quite a struggle for him.
Something we see him do a lot here, and yet again, this Lena, a really good zoning hero, just working really well. And this skill build by OD, 3 points in the Arcane Orb.
Oh, he might be going down again here.
Oh, mid lane. Mads, you're gonna have to help me out with catching all these things happening because I'm missing them. This could be another death for him. No Fairy Fires, nothing. Like usual, and he is going down again.
So they did have the early rotations picked on the Invoker, but in the 1v1 scenario, the Invoker's just doing so much work.
Well, I mean, in terms of last hits, Invoker is not really that far ahead. And despite the kills,
Yeah, but
it's kind of going both ways.
He's got 2 kills here. He's sitting at top net worth right now, and OD is having a very rough time. He's below halfway.
Oh, for sure, it's going to be problematic for him. Bottom lane, I thought something was happening. Oh, it's mid lane actually. Invoker. Oh, guys.
Just while we're talking about it, Lena rotating around, getting the kill there. I completely missed that as well. There's too much going on here.
I think OD may have been on TeamSpeak with the rest of the team saying, "Where's my rotations?" And they did come in the end there, but down bottom is just a constant exchange of hits here. Really kind of a little bit passive, but Slark still ahead in the last hits, and Drow keeping up pretty well though. But
Smoke
I mean,
here, middle lane.
ooh,
They have astraled him. Into Light Strike Array.
CD Heroes, Light Strike Array actually does land in the end. The Arcane Orb doing a lot of damage here. Invoker's just cold snap, but does he have enough? And there's a
And
level
the
6
ultimate.
skilling that ult at level 6 there. Pays off in the end. And Witch Doctor rotating in level 3. Can he offer too much? He's probably got a cask here he could use.
He's just going to collect some XP here. This is really what they needed. Their combo is so strong too. The Astral into easy setup for Light Strike Array.
Oh, and look at this, the top lane. Night Stalker, it's a smoke of the seat here.
So this
he
is
might
the
be looking for
first
some sort of
night.
pick off. Yeah?
We're going to want to see some action. We talked about this. Looks like he's rotating around for the OD, who is well past the river.
Oh, he's got no mana either. Does he have mana? He does not have mana for an Astral Imprisonment. He will have very
Night Stalker's
soon.
Waited too long though? Well, I mean, they didn't
It's
have the
kinda-
Invoker there, so it was always going to
Oh.
be tough. And he gets the
And-
regen rune.
The regen rune, yes. Not really gankable now, but Night Stalker's unfortunately not going to find anyone. He's just going to... He's looking like he could try and get someone though. Heading towards that mid lane. There's a few heroes here. And the OD, that damage against that Forge Spirit. Lots of damage there. It's good for him, I guess.
Night Stalker's in the neighborhood.
Oh, these get opened up with the cold snap and the paralyzing cast, but the Astral Imprisonment putting an end to that. But it's not over yet. Of course, he is going to be singled out. The Sunstrike coming in, but just one more hit, and he does go down. But Night Stalker could be in trouble. Actually, no, it's Lena that could be in trouble here. Lena going down. The Light Strike Away hitting, and the Oracle getting a pick off there with the Purifying Flames, and he does actually fate seating the Invoker, not being able to attack. But the Forge Spirit finishing him off. It's a triple kill. Triple kill. And he's actually finished the Midas here. Yeah, this is not a bad Midas.
For him. After those couple deaths.
And he actually just
Getting that
lasted the
title.
catapult.
Is under
He just
attack.
used Sunstrike to last the catapult there. Invoker feeling good about his lane, I think. And
Oh man, this is going back and forth. This is what we wanted to see.
this is. But I mean, we haven't really said much about top lane, which for me I thought was going to be the most interesting, considering it was, you know, this famous Beastmaster we always see, but it's kind of just been a little bit static.
It's
with
essentially a
Drow.
1v1. Night
Yeah.
Stalker coming down bottom. We do have a Chronosphere available. If he lands this right,
Ooh.
this could be a kill.
This could be, and
He is
Slug
hiding
has
out
actually...
the back.
Slug has gone for the skill build here in terms of, you know, maximum sort of escape, and we actually just missed something top, guys. Lena getting a kill on the Drow. And Lena just getting the kill there. It's kind of a static lane at for most of this game, hasn't it?
Well, that's the thing. Because it's so static, you don't expect the ganks as well. So, yeah, that sort of puts you on that passive mindset, and then
Dire's top tower is
you
under
caught out like
attack.
that.
Yeah,
Witch Doctor,
hold
though,
that
rotating
thought.
around
Look at
behind
this.
Slug.
The cold snap holding down OD just for a bit there. Oh wait, we're missing something bottom here as well. The Chronosphere
he
being
went to
dropped onto the
sleep.
Slug. There was something happening mid as well. The Slug taken down. 3 heroes against 1 there. No surprises, but the mid lane, it was looking like Invoker could be in trouble. There was a couple of rotations from 2 heroes, including the Lena and the Oracle, but nothing really happened. I guess kind of OD took more harass in the end than the Invoker did.
Is missing.
So it's like sort of falling asleep in that bottom lane there. He was just sitting still. So it was an easy chrono.
Falling asleep. Yeah, he was having a bit of a snooze there. But really, like, both teams are sort of picking each other up all the time, and this is a nice initiation from the Basis Boy, just time walking straight onto that Lena. Catching out 2 heroes with the cask, was that intended? We don't know. And they're going to keep they're going to keep chasing. This is just, I mean, the Oracle's used the Purifying Flames, but no
Slug
follow
missing
up on
the
the
leash.
Fortune's End. He's actually going to he's going to keep chasing after him here, but the Slug's kind of not really sure what to go for. The Oracle's going to get in trouble. He's going to take him down. Really? Oh, the Oracle could actually be okay here. And he's just used the Fate's Edict. No kill for Basis Void here. They're going to keep chasing, and this is a death here for the Night Stalker. And the Faceless Void, time walking the damage. Will he get away here? He might just get away here. The Light Strike Away does land though, and takes him down. The Hawk playing a big role there with that kill. And we missed the kill in mid, but OD falling to the Invoker.
Radiant's middle
Lads,
tower
is this going to
is
be a
under
big,
attack.
big, and you know, sort of snowball from this Invoker?
Yeah, the Invoker's getting a lot right
Radiant's
now.
top tower is under attack.
And they're pressuring this top tower.
Dire's
Although
bottom tower
that
is under
fight down
attack.
bottom did end up going the way of Legion. It looked bad for them at the start, but they had the rotations there. Oracle managing to get out of that one alive. We've got the
There's actually a
Laguna Blade
Sunstrike
up
top.
now. Yeah, he was looking for the Lena there, being quite low. She's got the Laguna, just reached 6. So I imagine she's going to continue this roaming that she's been doing very well.
Well, is she going for a smoke here? Is this going to be...
Top is
No, she
missing.
brought a clarity.
Radiant's top
Something
tower
Lena
is
could do
under
here is
attack.
definitely try and look for maybe some sort of smoke and then just try and gank someone with that
I,
level 6.
I think they need to kill the Invoker.
They do.
He's getting a lot of kills, and they need to support this OD in mid, because as we see, if he sticks around too long by himself, he ends up in a bit of trouble. He's getting pinged on right now as well.
Oh, but Mads, I mean, this is something we can talk about, but right after we see this smoke, actually bottom lane as well, there's a few pings coming out. Not really much happening. They're kind of looking at this haste room top. Nice Stalker getting it with the
Nice
smoke,
Stalker.
and he's actually going so fast that he's flying now as well. So he's flying with the wings.
Lena,
And this Lena in a dangerous position, but
she senses
she's gonna
it
back
though.
away. That's some game sense right there, guys.
I've got the Beastmaster to back her up now.
Maybe there's maybe he's going to use the Hawk here to just try and look at, because there's no the smokers
The
run
Hawk
out here
the
and they
Hawk
do
should
see
do
it.
this,
Is under
yeah.
attack.
They do see them, and then we're going to have to just back away. The haste rune not really paying off there, unfortunately. Maybe there's not really any other person that could have taken it, I don't think, though.
This OD, do you think he's building into the Midas here? He's got the Glover Haste instead of the Treads.
Well, see, I was kind of going to ask you the same question,
yeah.
but
There it is.
yeah, that's the
Radiant's
Midas,
top
yeah.
tower
There's kind of
is
what we
under
see a lot, but then the
Getting
cold
it
snap coming
gone,
out,
yeah.
oh, he's going to take a lot of damage. The Forge Spirit's hitting really hard, proccing that cold snap, but he's actually going to trap himself in the corner there. This could be trouble for the Invoker though. Does he have Ghost Walk? He's going to take a lot of damage. He uses the magic stick. He's going to run away. The
Sanity's
Lena,
Eclipse doing 0 damage there.
0 damage. Ah, the Lena though did a lot of damage there, but it's level 1 Laguna Blade, and there was no follow up.
Yeah, OD had to deal with the Forge Spirits before he wanted to come out. So he wasn't there in time. I think if he gets a couple right clicks off there, they might get their kill.
Possibly,
Very
yeah.
tough.
Yeah, well, I mean, Invoker didn't even have to use his Ghost Walk, whether he has it or not. I can't actually see what he's got, but yeah. Yeah, he does actually. He does have the ability to go for the Ghost Walk. It's a little bit slow though, and Oracle just gonna heal up here in this mid lane. Something looks like it could be brewing. Witchdoctor going for the 2 points and heal here. Wants to make this push happen. Could potentially happen. Time Walk,
Chrono
just
is
get rid of that
available.
damage. Chrono is available, and the Time Walk just on cooldown here, but it won't be for long. Could make something happen. All heroes are gathering mid, besides this Slark, who is farming the bot lane. This is really good for him.
OD, Code Snap.
Oh. OD, getting Oracle altered, then this is not good though, because he's missing out on bonus healing, and he is going to have to back away, but he does get away with that fine. Oh, a bit of a risky move there by Oracle. And the Sunstrike missing. And this
Roar
is a nice
goes down
roar from
on
Beastmaster, actually catching out the Void. He's going to take on Kenny Time Walk. He does take
Oh
the
my
damage
God.
away, and he's going to be okay. The OD in a bad position here. He could go down, but the Lena looks like could be the one that goes down here. The Chronosphere hasn't been popped yet. Will it be popped on the Oracle? It's just an Oracle, but he's being slowed by the boar. That is a really nice boar micro. And the Oracle, can he TP away? They do actually get away.
Watched it.
And we're missing something down here. Down here, the camera work is pretty shocking, guys. And this Witch Doctor's going to just right-click the Beastmaster. He's one click away. We don't really need to see that, but the death here on the Lena, chasing down into these trees here. Trees being cut just for that. Some
Oh, man.
loggers present.
They
And,
blew everything
Slark.
on Facebook.
Not a good
Boys.
position to be for Slug. What risky positioning by him. But the Oracle is nearby. Does he have ult? I don't think he does. He's probably still on cooldown. The silence coming in. And the OD again being caught out. He's
And
gonna
the Chrono
get down
catches
here.
too.
The Chrono, 2 heroes. The invis on the Slug's not going to help you. He's going to get down. And this Oracle, does he have anything to save himself here? I don't think he does. This is a team wipe. Mads.
Oh, I can't believe they went back. They went back in with 3. 3 against
Slark
5.
and the OD just maybe miscalculating a little bit there. Maybe sort of underestimating. And
That is huge
Yeah,
for
not
passive
knowing where they
aggressive
were.
warriors there. So
I mean,
that whole
yeah.
fight, they blew everything on the Faceless Void, and they still didn't kill him. And then he backtracked it all with the time walk there. Now they're gonna get Roche. Oh, so unfortunate there, because if they get that kill, that fight goes so differently.
that was definitely some keyboard spam by the Void there, just trying to get that time walk off. But we look at net worth here, Mads. Over 5k the difference, so it's not massive, but it's certainly definitive in a way. It's kind of
It's a deep
Yeah.
dive there on the
means a lot.
as we can see.
And Invoker getting the Aegis the Immortal here, so he's going to be okay for a bit. They are safe to take more fights, I think. I think that they're probably going to come out on top on fights here. The Witch Doctor ultimate proving to be pretty strong, and I can't see what can you let the viewers know what Witch Doctor's got in terms of his items. All right, so he's
sitting on arcanes.
He's a fair way away in terms of the next item he gets, but he has got the arcanes and he's got the magic stick as well, so his farm's not horrible, I guess. So if we look at net worth, Witch Doctor actually ahead of both the Lina and the Oracle, so this is not looking good for them. Legion Gaming a little bit behind here, not something we normally see come from Legion Gaming here, but they are up against passive-aggressive warriors, and this bottom tower is just going to get sieged here. Are there any rotations? Doesn't look like they're going to use the fort here, but it will regen after this tower, and it's probably just going to go down here, but the mid lane being pressured by Legion, they might want to take this down. Actually, Mads, the Vlad's being finished for the Void. Very nice item for him, of course. And they're going to keep sieging.
It's pretty big for them. It's going to help in their team fights, and they're pushing as well.
Ooh.
Which is Night Stalker sitting around mid there.
They get the top tower, but they didn't get the mid tower, and unfortunately for Legion, they're going to keep pushing bottom. This is an alacrity being popped on the Invoker. This tower's falling like really fast here. They haven't got anything to defend it. There's 2 towers in a row. And look at this, they're going to force TPs because they keep pushing down in bottom lane here. They're going to go for this tier 3s.
Remember, they've still got the Aegis on Invoker as well.
They do.
They're not rotating fast enough. They're going to get some damage out here.
And this is, I mean, might be, yeah, the Slark did get his Shadow Blades is a bit of a positive for him, but this Void is just frontlining. He's not even worrying about it. He's just hitting this tower, and we are missing a few other things. Night Stalker using his ult here, and sort of
tier 3.
no initiations going on.
Just
the
giving
tier 3
away
going down. They're going to chip away the range racks, but this is a nice solace coming in from the Drow here. The Time Walk coming up again, negating all the damage. The Chronosphere catching out no one, only illusions. Actually does catch out the Beastmaster. This is a solace coming off the Slug here, the Oracle ultimate, and this is a nice ultimate from Lina, but will it take the Drow? No, and the Arcade Orb not doing enough. And this is, I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit here. This is going to, nice Wish Doctor ultimate catching out the OD. He does go down the end as well. And Lina did fall there as well, and this is the Aegis of the Immortal. Down on the Invoker. That's all they can achieve. And this is a good Sunstrike.
Nice
the Oracle as well. That was a well-played Sunstrike indeed. And they're going to take the melee racks. Can they stop this? It doesn't look like they're too much here to Slug.
Showing some strength there. Slug being very aggressive. Looks like he wants to fight them. I would advise against that.
Gotta be careful here. There is... maybe thinking about that,
saw him there. They got a sentry.
Yeah, that sentry is sort of a risky thing to try and go and hang
Now
around.
we're going to take mid tier 2.
Yeah, straight for mid tower. These Forge Spirits obviously doing a lot here, just doing so much damage. And Invoker's snowballs paid off because now he has the ability to just push with really nice spirits and just a great skill set right here. And well, I mean, what do you do against this? They got the Light Strike Array, they've got the Beastmaster Axes, the Roar, but that's all they really have. And they can actually catch out the Slug here. They spot him out. He's going to get Astral Imprisonment. It's a really nice Astral Imprisonment. Do they have the Chrono? They don't. 50 seconds. But the Slug is taking so much damage. He's actually been Fate's Edict. He can't attack. And he's actually he can now. And he's actually purged off the Fate's Edict. But then he goes. And he does actually keep going. And this is an OD which is being taken down yet again. The Slug in a bad position. He's going to make up to high ground. He does go down in the end. And this is a Witch Doctor ultimate. And this Beastmaster is just being cancelled. His animation. The Oracle's the last person here to go fall down. And he does go down. Lina running away, but Lina actually might go down here as well. I wasn't expecting this. This is a nice magic stick from the Lina. And do they have Sunstrike to try and catch out? In 5 seconds they might. Mads, this is action-packed. Actually, the Drow was the only person to fall there, and that was due to the Lina.
Huge fight there from Passive Aggressive Warriors. They are completely dominating right now. Just going as 5, taking towers. They use that Aegis very nicely, and they're taking these fights so well. They've got Chrono up here.
But hang on, the Beastmaster being caught out. He's actually fought back for this, and he dies back. And this is
Lina
another
going
thing
down
for the
as
Lina.
well.
Going down, and I mean,
Might drop the chrono for this. Gets
oh
two.
no, the Oracle being pulled out by this, and this is a meatball coming in, huge amounts of damage. OD, what's he going to do about it? He's got Astral, the Lena using the ult here, taking down the Witch Doctor, but Lena's going to get chased down with the Urn, and the Night Stalker being a little bit too aggressive here possibly, and he does just run around. This is nighttime, he's getting bonus speed here, the Slug getting a kill. This is a triple kill for the Slug, we didn't notice this, and this Void is going to try and TP away. The Sunstrike, oh we missed that, the Sunstrike taking down the OD here, and this is a nice, I mean this Slug has been playing really well here, just getting a triple kill. And the Drow could be in trouble here, but actually, the Slug, they have vision of him. This is a nice sentry ward. They are going to slow him down, but no kill and no Sunstrike available at this point.
So, that was a great fight from Legion. They do end up losing a couple. So, passive aggressive warriors maybe overstaying their welcome a little bit. I mean, they got that tier 3 mid and a lot of damage on the racks. But some net worth going back towards Legion there. That Invoker though, he's well onto it, getting the Sunstrike there on OD right outside his fountain.
Oh, I didn't see that unfortunately, but we can imagine what happened. And OD just slowly running into it, I think. That's probably what happened, but OD finishing up the treads. OD is I mean treads is an item you need on OD.
Very late treads though.
Yeah.
When you're getting treads at 20 minutes, something has definitely gone wrong. If we look at the net worth graph.
Oh, hang on, we'll look at that just in a second. The Oracle ult being popped on the Beastmaster here. He's actually going to draw on the Invoker. Do they have any follow-up? They do. They come in with the Purifying Claims. The Lena ult taking him down, but the Beastmaster falling as well. Beastmaster.
No, that's worth it though. You pick up Invoker. He's well ahead. They just got 1600 gold, 1700 gold out of that.
In fact, yeah, coming out with 0 total profit here for passive aggressive warriors. That was worth it, but
mid lane,
Slug could have saved him. Oh, the Slug.
Well.
Yeah, chasing him down, but he's actually been caught by the Chrono, and
him.
he has no abilities. They're on cooldown right now, and this is really. Oh, the Witch Doctor cancelling his ult just as he uses it because he does run in this, and he is running away here. Oh, the time dilation did slow him down there, and he's actually, it looks like going for the Able lens here on the Lena. Standard item there, and
they want blood.
Possibly going to go on him. This is the face of does he have time walk? Can he time walk it away? And he just nearly did. The animation being cancelled, and that's a good pickup. That's a pretty good pickup. He was
this
on
is
a
what they
killing spree.
need. They're getting pickups across the map. Their 5v5 right now isn't as strong, and this is what they need to be doing. It's like actually getting a kill on Witch Doctor there. I just missed that one.
I missed that one too, guys. But Slug going straight into the Skadi here.
When you're behind like this, like Legion has been in this position before, and they do know how to play it, so they're not out and down and out yet. Beastmaster getting gone.
Beastmaster, but Drow. She does back away. She sees the rotation from Lena. They're actually going to go on this. They don't have mana for a Lena ult here, and they're actually. Oh, this is a nice counter initiation from the Invoker here, just getting straight in with the meatball, and they didn't know this, and the Lena goes down too. Double kill.
Slug's in the neighborhood.
But can they rotate in? The Slug, does he have Silver Edge? It's just a Shadow Blade at this point. He does go after the Invoker, but no detection. He's so low here. And the ultimate just missing. OD, so unfortunate for him. This is a Ghost Walk. They know he's there. The Hawk is under the influence of the Ghost Walk. They're going to come in here, but is there any detection? Focus, so slow. Oh, the Oracle's going to spot him out, but does he have detection? No detection from the Oracle. Oh, he's just going to run away.
Heads up play there from Invoker, walking down instead of up there, dodging the Sanity's Eclipse. Very lucky to get out of that with his life. It was a bit of a bait there though, from passive aggressive warriors. Baiting the Drow, knowing that they had the Invoker there and picking up 2 quick kills.
And Drow even made it look like she was trying to run away, and all she did was run into the trees, and the Invoker just came in and completely took down this Beastmaster with amazing burst damage.
Make it look like an accident.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
So passive aggressive warriors making use of this space right now, spreading out all over the map here. That's probably their game plan here. They might want to wait for next Roche, which is up as well. Yeah, looks like they are going to take this, and then probably with that look for the remaining racks as well.
Could be right here, and it really, I mean, I think we've realised here, Mads, that passive-aggressive Warriors aren't as passive as they may sound. They have been going so aggressive here, making use of this lineup, and can they contest this? Roche, they're kind of, you know, they're walking around, they know something's up, but there's no way they can contest this. Roche is nearly dead here, and they get the Aegis on the Invoker again.
This Invoker doing so much work. He's got the eggs now as well, on top of boots of travel. He's just providing so much for his team here. Looks like they're just going to group up here, probably push down mid. The Rex
Ooh.
is open, there's no tier 3
Nice
there.
Stalker. Nice Stalker's kind of committed both 2 spells here, but they're going to get purged off from the Fortune's end, and he's going to be okay.
He's actually got eggs as well, so that's
Nice
very
Stalker.
huge for him. Yes.
Oh, the Slark. He's all by himself. Actually, he is all by himself here. Really risky play by him. The Sunstrike connecting. The
He's
Time
going to
Walk.
pay for it.
And the Deafening Blast. Oh, that was some really risky play there from the Slark. He was all by himself, and I mean, he had no vision of the enemy team.
Yeah, and you know that they're just going to barrel up mid lane because they've just picked up Aegis as well. Invoker blinking very aggressively here.
Oh, he is just... The Astral Imprisonment coming through. He is going to get sort of scared back a little bit. The rain track's falling really quickly. This is a nice chrono. He's actually going to catch out 2 heroes here. And the Oracle is not going to last long at all. He's going to get tapped. He's going to go down to for a Chrysalis, I believe, on the Drow. This is probably a Chrysalis. No, someone crit. Someone crit for something there.
No, it's just a lot of
No.
damage.
All right, it was big
She's hitting
damage.
for like 300 without even a crit.
Right. No, you're right. That is a maxed out precision aura. This is generally build we see. And
Radiant's top tower
this
has
is
fallen.
a tower. I mean, Legion Gaming. How do they
Pick up
defend
that
this
Rex
match?
like it was nothing. You have to wait till you've got these 2 heroes in 10 seconds and then just hope you pull the team fight of your life out.
Radiant's
It's going to be tough though, it's going to be very tough. They don't have Chrono now, so they've got that going for them.
Ooh,
And they want to be
OD just
aggressive because of it.
OD taking advantage of his damage there and taking those 2 Forge Spirits down. This is one disadvantage of the Invoker, unfortunately, against the OD. He's able to take down those Forge Spirits really quickly, but like,
Very,
you
very
know,
nice play
this
here
is-
from passive aggressive though. They know they don't have the Chrono, and they're just going to wait it out, and then go back in and reset. So, like a lot of teams would stay there and pressure the Rex, but yeah, they've still got the Aegis. They're just going to reset. BKB getting picked up on Invoker. He's going to be
Oh,
tough to
that's
stop.
an item. That is an item that you want on Invoker. Thankfully for Legion though, they do have the Beastmaster who can still disable him, but it's a big disable to commit. And another thing we should talk about here, Mads, is the gem pickup on Night Stalker, which is classic, but
Yeah, it's got
it
that
is-
now.
it's important. It's very important. And
Yeah, the
Legion
gem
want to put an end
eggs.
to that.
It's going to suffocate the vision, the sort of lack of vision. They've still
Well-
got the Hawk going for them, which is going to
Yeah.
be tough to get rid of. But looks like they're just going to go for this last set of racks, and I imagine they've got the Chronosphere up now. Yes, they do. Especially he's
Well,
got the eggs as well.
all
on
ults
Faces
are up.
Void.
Yeah, and they're just pushing down this top lane. Everyone's gathering around, just getting this. Voice just getting this little bit of the farm that he wants here. The Atos being finished here for the OD. Well, maybe that was
Yeah.
finished before. He's got the drum as well. So, I mean, this is
He maybe
all
just
heroes are
wanted a
alive.
bit more health there to try
Yeah.
and survive a bit longer. It's very tough though to play from behind.
Yeah, it's always nice to kite the Void, but he does have Time Walk, so it's kind of difficult to do. But it's kind of, I think it's a little bit awkward here for passive aggressive warriors to sort of push up. They're waiting for something
I think
here.
they just blink in with Invoker with BKB once they have the creep wave, and he can cause enough havoc in there because they've got nothing that really stops BKB.
No, but look at the positioning
Oh, they got the
of
raw
Legion.
though. He can get
Yeah.
rawed.
They've got the raw, but look at the positioning here of Legion. They're just so spread out. It's really hard to sort of initiate on this because they're really spread out. But the initiation comes in here from the Void. He is going to time walk in, but nothing leading to that. The Astral coming in on OD himself. He's actually silenced. He doesn't have BKB to get rid of his silence. He's going to get pushed away, and the
Oh,
raw
that
coming out on
Chrono.
Invoker. But the time walk and the Chrono catching up 2 heroes here, and the Oracle ult coming in, and it's probably going to be a death here. And the OD going down as well. The Witch Doctor ultimate doing so much damage. I mean, what's going on here? The Oracle goes down as well. Oh, kills happening in all areas, and
Great team fight
GG.
there.
Passive aggressive warriors taking this one over Legion. Number
Dominating.
1 on the ladder. Number 1 on the ladder, falling down.
So with that, we'll see you over at Twitch at Clutch NZ for some post-game analysis and possibly even an item giveaway. I didn't say that, but it might be happening. So see you in a bit.
Oh, I heard you say it. See you soon.
And we're back. Oh, what a game! Passive aggressive warriors. That play, the cohesion with their team, the team fights. Oh,
Oh,
it was all on and from the start. Even like the rune fight, that was amazing. It was just
yeah.
all go, minute 0. It's good to see.
The aggression on both teams was really good early game, and I think it really worked out for passive aggressive warriors. Their lineup was all about that, and yes, Mads, they played really well in terms of their aggression. They actually had decent farm on. They both of their supports were over the supports of Legion, and Drow just got really good farm. It was a solo Beastmaster with not much contention going on. What do you think Legion could have done, a little bit differently? Sort of try and
I mean,
come back.
the early game was very back and forth. Neither team had a consistent lead for at least the first 10 minutes. I think the fact that OD got so many deaths on his side really hindered what they could
Yeah.
do, because their draft was relying a lot on him to snowball. You've got the Slark as well, but in the early game, you really want that OD to be the powerhouse, and he never really got off the ground, getting multiple deaths there, even solo to the Invoker. The Lena though, doing very well. They did manage to pick off the Invoker a couple times, but it just wasn't enough. He still got his early Midas, and OD got his one quite a bit later.
Yeah.
And yeah, unfortunate for them.
It was really well played, and the offlane you'd think was really kind of strange with it was really aggressive, but it was a little bit unconventional, I guess, in terms of the Void Nightstalker. But Nightstalker leaving the lane, getting the Iron Talon, going to the jungle, and it slowed down the ability for Legion to kind of keep picking off the Nightstalker, because Nightstalker was kind of hanging around all over the place. He was everywhere, had TPs all the time, and he ended up just getting a really nice Ags, and he got the gem, and once that happens, it's very hard to come back, especially, even if you have the Beastmaster Hawk. The Hawk vision itself is really small. Given,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we talked about the Night Stalker as well before the game there, and they needed that first night to go well, and it did. He was moving around the map, getting them kills. Again, at that point in the game, it was still very back and forth. But yeah, he definitely did his job. Was there some point in that game you really thought it turned in the favor of passive aggressive warriors there?
I think it was just as soon as they kind of stopped applying pressure on the Invoker in the middle lane, he was able to actually pick off the OD. He must have done it through amazing skill, because he was just picking off the OD like probably 3 or 4 times there. And once that happened, he was able to snowball straight away. They couldn't do anything to stop it. And I think, yeah, once they stopped, being real aggressive, on that Invoker, he was just able to get out of control. And while the OD was just sort of, like you said, he couldn't really get off the ground, and he never really did.
So passive aggressive warriors taking that one, securing their place, possibly top 2. I don't know if they quite got to the first position. We can check that later. So what I've been told is